Hey everybody, coming to you real quick as I'm in the studio working on other videos, but I just had to take a second to show you something. There is an artist I'm really excited to talk to you about. This is EarthSignChels. Chels, short for Chelsea Clark, who is a rising independent hip-hop artist and a musician from Chicago. Now stop. If you're not a hip-hop fan, don't check out yet, because this woman is a wordsmith. Y'all know my shirt, Word Smithery? Some of you may know my shirt, Word Smithery. You can get that in my store if you like. But as you know, I'm a lover of the arts, a lover of literary art, of Word Smithery. And I heard a snippet of her song, My Daddy Died, and it had me mind blown. It made me think of artists of old, the bards, the rhapsodes, the troubadours, and more. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's listen to this real quick and tell me what you think about this. If you're not a hip hop or rap fan, don't check out, because in my opinion, this is literary art. From her enunciation to the timbre of her voice to her rhyme schemes and her wordsmithery. Let's check this out together. You see that face? You see his facial expression? I would interpret that almost as in feeling sad for her. Sadness, empathy, maybe a touch of, what are you going to do, right? Someone in the medical field bracing themselves for what a patient or a family member of a patient may get ready to do. The way she looks at him, I love how she just steps into the scene, almost like a performer. I'm thinking, like I said, bards and the rhapsodes who cited epic poetry back in the day.
My daddy died. Mommy cried, that's her eye. I prophesied amazing life. Amazingly and humbly I. It's dark but there's another. My daddy died, so I don't take no shit from niggas. Nigga love me back or pray I do not pull that trigger.
You can't tell me that that's not art. Look at her facial expressions, the tears flowing down her face. But even the cadence flow, the timbre of her voice, the cadence flow. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about the lyrics in just a second, but I am mind blown. And yet it's so modern and relevant, okay? She's using slang and words and expressions that you would find in a lot of modern day hip hop. But yet the word smithery, the cadence flow, that emphasis, I prophesied, my daddy died. I mean, just,
Intelligent from niggas. Nigga love me back or pray I do not pull that trigger. Intelligent, I play them, you should watch your back. I get my weight in active, daddy taught me tat.
Ooh, tatty taught me tat. Daddy taught me that, right? Instead of just using the regular, as we would know, phonic emphasis on certain vowels and consonants, instead of pronouncing it in a certain way we would expect, you have emphasis on certain words that just sound so melodic. It's like she's using her voice, her cadence flow, and her phonic emphasis in a musical way. The notes are the individual, the letters are the individual notes. You're following me? It's freaking epic to me.
I don't know how to act. No life inside his body gave me heart attack. I pray I am not punished for the fun I had. I'll still like all my soul to get my daddy back. It's hot and they help on my back. How about my buddy back? Bring me up just once a yap. You haven't seen the shit, I seen the whips upon my back. I stand up on my toes and tip my motherfucking hat. I clap, I stand up and I cry, I'm giving my congrats. You lived a good life, 1956 bullseye. Project baby, no AC to mount your TV room's eye. Classic corner rooms to pacify my bleeding wounds eye. My daddy died. Nigga, bitch niggas wanna cuff me when I'm for the streets. Big doors are hurt, my daddy's not a Maybelline. Fit sucking on my titty, screaming fuck regime. Bad caramel ting, bad Billie Jean. My daddy died.
Understand a couple of things. First of all, some of the language and some of those elements are cultural. They are real people's real lived experience. Not only someone's father dying, many know what that's like, but that pain, the hurt of a girl, of a daughter, of a young woman who deep inside is still someone's little girl, telling these men, you better love me back. And you hear the anger and the grief in her voice. From a psychological level, even if, some of the lingo or some of the cultural subcontext may or may not be familiar to some of you or not, there is a common shared thing here on a human level, and that is grief. You hear her, you see her crying, you hear her agony in her voice, the way that she is emphasizing certain words. Of course, the music video adds to that, her tears, the way she's walking, acting like she's losing her mind. Anyone who's lost someone knows that pain. And the anger in her voice, it's tragic, so much pain. But the reason why I'm so amazed at this is, like I said earlier, the word smithery, the way she's enunciating certain words, the phonic emphasis, her rhyme schemes. I'm going to pull up the lyrics here in a second and we'll break them down bit by bit in just a minute. But before we do that, just listen to the flow. Every note, every letter, every element of grief in this is art, is music to me.
About them niggas don't need to be cool with them. My daddy died.
See how melodic? And then back to that hook. My daddy died.
I don't give a fuck about these bitches. Don't need to be cool with him. My daddy died. Don't test me. I'm prone to get filthy. My daddy died. Want me to do? My daddy died. Of course it's that deep. Hearing voices.
Ooh, what do you want me to do? Of course it's that deep. Come on. If this is not relevant on a human level.
My daddy died. Of course it's that deep. Hearing voices they be forcing. Well, unfortunately, they just.
Hearing voices they be forcing. Ooh.
Of course it's that deep. Hearing voices they be forcing. Well, unfortunately, they just told me about the things you into. Water you keep.
I love how she keeps putting in that emphasis, that dialect. That things. My tatty tied. Brilliant. You know, language, we underestimate just how powerful language is, especially for anyone who speaks more than one language or who loves wordsmithery and literary art. We underestimate just how powerful language is and how the English language being an example, things can easily change. I mean, sometimes people joke about it, how you can have a word with the same vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant pattern, and now you think you know the rules, and the next word is spoken differently. Thought and through and tough being an example, right? We try to teach kids the sound, the phonics of a certain letter, only to find out, oh, snap, but this word, O-W can be owl, but O-U is ow. And so there's so much art, without trying to tap into being the English teacher, there's so much art behind where you place emphasis, the emotion it can evoke, as well as the message. And I see so much of that in here, not even to mention the rhyme schemes and the alliterations and the word plays that she's bringing in.
Well, unfortunately, they just told me about the things you into. Water you keep. I'ma spill ya, I'ma kill ya, I'ma spoil your shit. Holly over when it's over, I have fat ATC. Give it like 20, more like 30 minutes more. I brought a cannon, you can hop in and explore. How about to blow it? Hope you made your peace with Lord. You wanna tip me, huh? A little hot head act like I don't know. Bitch, think of my daddy time. It tore up in my head at times. Pitfalls, rock climb, daddy high. I'm crying and shit. Waterfalls and butterflies, the air I breathe is crisp. No lies how my lips. You bite your tongue, you caught a lisp. Yeah, bitch, please the fifth.
Fa, right? As if she's, ooh, as if she is actually, has that lisp or stuttering.
If you bite your tongue, you caught a lisp. Yeah, bitch, please the fifth. I'ma talk my shit, just kill me if I can't talk my shit. My daddy died. When you see the one you love up in a casket, God has final say, he chose to remove access. I spent bloody murder, cancer diagnosis.
Access. God chose to remove access, like the access you have to someone when you can get to them, be with them, but also the axis, perhaps as AXIS, that axis that the casket is lowered on. Homegirl is brilliant. You can't tell me that is not art and intelligence.
Every part of me's been burned, I'm just an ashes. My daddy died.
Every part of me has been burned. Ashes, as, ooh, talking about caskets and ashes, right? All the things that are lingo when someone dies in burials.
No, sis. Every part of me's been burned, I'm just an ashes. My daddy died. Yeah, I got questions about that. Put the plug up in my kidneys, I've been pissed about shit. You've been seeing me on TV, I'm your little regret. Really?
Oh, you've been seeing me on TV, I'm your little rugrat. Oh my gosh.
I've been pissed about shit. You've been seeing me on TV, I'm your little regret. Really doing it there. My daddy died. give a fuck about them niggas, don't need to be cool with them. My daddy died.
This is so painful, and yet I can't get over just how brilliant her cadence flow and her art is. Dun 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 dun. I mean, she goes from that staccato within her rap scheme back to a melodic flow.
I don't give a fuck about these bitches, don't need to be cool with him. My daddy died.
I'm so sorry, baby.
Don't test me, I'm prone to get guilty. My daddy died. Want me to do? My daddy died.
Wow, what a way to end that. What a way to end that. What a way to end that. You guys cannot tell me that that is not art. Let's talk about the lyrics right quick. Yes, like I said, you guys, to me, she is like a modern day bard, a rhapsode. The rhapsodes were the ancient Greek professionals who would recite or enchanted epic poetry like Homer, for example. It makes me think of so many rich African cultures and tribes that would dance around adornments that was beyond just looking pretty, but that speaks of millennia of heritage and fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandmothers who have passed down their lineage of warriors and tribes and shepherds and kings and nobility that shared of their victories and their losses and pass it on to the next generation. That kind of art where you perform dramatically, where you recite a poem, a song, where spoken word is combined with music, is as old as time all around the world. And we love it, right? We are drawn to the beautiful. We are drawn to art. We are drawn to wordsmiths of the day and age. And with her here, with EarthSignChels, I feel like we have an artist here who is bringing that ancient tradition of reciting spoken word and wordsmithery to music. We have that in the modern day with cultural elements that are relevant, especially to the African American people. I could see this being really relevant to, but at the same time also a core human experience of losing someone you love and hurting deeply. But when I heard a snippet of this, I didn't listen to the full thing until just now, and I just loved the idea. I just love the idea of having something that is so profound and yet talking about something so painful. Your father dying, that seed from which you came. If you have a good relationship with your father, the pain of someone who's supposed to be your protector, your daddy. She didn't say my father or my dad. She says my daddy died. And that alliteration is painful, beautiful and painful, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to say you had a daddy, but it's painful that he died. But you can see the grief of a young woman who deep inside is just somebody's little girl, somebody's rugrat, because she's referring to him as her daddy. Deep pain. Mommy cried, daughter I, and that emphasis on the t, on that consonant, beautiful, because later we constantly have the ting and the t and the t, and these strong emphases on certain consonants. I prophesied amazing life. Now, was mom crying because she had prophesied that this would be an amazing life and now dad's gone? Or is she prophesying this over her daughter and now that daddy is gone? Amazingly and humbly, it's dark, but there's another. My daddy died, so I don't take no ish from, I'm not going to say that word out loud. Love me back or pray I do not pull that trigger. Okay? I mean, beautiful. Rhyme schemes here. Intelligent, I play dumb. You should watch your back. Ooh, I do believe this woman is intelligent. I can tell. I get my way, then act up. Daddy taught me that. I get my way, then act up. It's personal here. We got a little girl, a woman, but deep inside a little girl who knows how to get her way. She probably had daddy wrapped around her finger, which makes this all the more tragic. I play dumb, but I'm intelligent. I get my way, then I act up. Daddy taught me that. I don't know how to act. No life inside his body. It gave me a heart attack. I mean, that constant emphasis on certain consonants, particularly the t, it creates such a rhythmic element to the whole composition, in addition to that dope beat that was just kind of carrying it through. But the beat, the composition of that track was, while it was awesome, what I heard mostly was her spoken word and her cadence flow and that melodic rapping. I heard that more than the beat. The beat was almost like this foundation that was in the background, that was carrying everything. But it was not, the focus for me was her art, and her emphasizing the T's, for example, made that the instrument. That was the rhythmic, right, that we sometimes look for, where our mind is looking for melodic and smooth harmonies. Sometimes we hear unison as well as rhythmic elements. Her enunciation of certain consonants gave me that rhythm. Her letters were her notes, so to speak. I get my way, then I act up. No life inside his body gave me a heart attack. I pray I'm not punished for the fun I have. I'll sell like all my soul to get my daddy back. I would sell all my soul. It's hot and they up on my back. How about my buddy back? Her dad being her buddy. Bring me up. Just want to yap. You haven't seen that ish I seen. The whips upon my back. I wonder if that's a nod to the African American history of slavery, perhaps. Maybe this is, specifically about her and her life and the pain she's endured, but also maybe her people. It can be taken different ways, but this is someone's lived experience. This is not about, there are things in art that are specific to an individual and someone's story. Some things are specific to a people, and some things are relatable to all of us as human beings. And on one hand, this song feels like such a piece of art that will be very special to some people even more than others. And then at the same time, you hear a pain that is universally relatable. I stand up on my toes and tip my MRFing hat. I clap, I stand up, I cry, I'm giving my congrats. You lived a good life. 1956, bullseye. Project baby, no AC to mounted TV rooms. I classic hoarding rooms to pacify my bleeding wounds. My daddy died. Of course it's that deep. Hearing voices, they be forced and well, unfortunately. That was what I pointed out earlier. I love that play. They be forced and unfortunately. They just told me about the things you into, water you keep. I'ma spill ya, I'ma kill ya, I'ma spoil your sheet. Wow. I'ma spoil your sheet. Talking about the whips on my back and talking about Billie Jean. And then maybe even saying, spoiling the sheet, perhaps a conversation about that sheet that is being covered in as is he's dying, or are we addressing the KKK here in the sheets, and are there elements here of social injustice and racism? I'm not sure. Hardly over. When it's over, I'll hear fat ladies singing. Give me like 20, more like 30 minutes more. I brought a cannon, you can hop in and explore. Brilliant. I bought a cannon, you can hop in and explore. About to blow it. Hope you made your peace with Lord. You want to tempt me, belittle, and act like I don't know? This is so interesting. I wonder if there's a double message here. On one hand, a suffering woman, a suffering person whose father has died, and the grief of all that. But at the same time, maybe also a conversation about social injustice and division, and an anger with the system, with a regime that all around the world still at times puts people in certain boxes, oppresses certain people groups over others, is treated differently in the medical system, or maybe not given the time, the space to really grieve or get the same care that certain other peoples do. It's absolutely brutally real. You guys need to go check this out. Please go subscribe to EarthSignChels. Also, again, same dilemma that I keep finding on social media, y'all. I keep seeing songs that are going viral. This one is one of them that have close to 1 million here on YouTube alone. Obviously more if we're looking across Instagram and TikTok and all those reels that are blowing up right now of EarthSignChels specifically as an example. You have these videos, millions of views going viral, and then you see the artist and they don't have nearly as many subscribers as they should have. So my channel, I've been pushing that strongly lately, is if you like what you hear, you respect the art, you want to hear more, go subscribe to these artists. So let's not go subscribe to these artists. Let's not just be consumers that want to have fun looking at some of this and then move on, but let's actually support, let's help these channels grow. And if you liked this, then go check out EarthSignChels. I'm going to put the link to this video that I just reviewed in my description, and then go tell her that I sent you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next ride. Ayo!